Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will discuss some great Arduino projects. Without further ado, let's start with number 10. This project is an AI-powered diagnostic system for water-based HVAC cooling setups. It uses sound and heat data to detect fan failures and overheating problems before they get serious. To demonstrate it, Akhtar created a simplified setup using parts from PC water cooling systems, like a pump, radiator, aluminum blocks, and a custom 3D printed coolant tank. He also built a small CNC router to move a thermal camera around the system for scanning. Since there were no public datasets available, he created his own by simulating hardware failures. Using this data, he trained two machine learning models, one to catch unusual fan sounds and another to detect heat issues from thermal images. He also made a custom web dashboard to manage data, control the system, and run the models. It even sends alerts with a message when something goes wrong. Number 9. This is a fully custom bicycle lighting system built for safer rides. It includes bright front and rear lights, turn signals, handlebar-mounted controls, and a live display that shows speed, distance, ride time, and more. The handlebar setup features 3 buttons for turn signals and menu control, along with a small OLED display, all fitted into custom 3D printed mounts. A magnetic sensor on the wheel tracks rotations to calculate speed and sends the data to the display. The whole system runs on a rechargeable battery, with USB-C charging and a circuit that boosts the voltage to 5 volts. The rear light uses clusters of red and yellow LEDs for high visibility during the day, all packed into custom 3D printed cases. The front setup follows a similar design, with white LEDs for lighting and yellow ones for turn signals, all controlled by an Arduino using simple electronic switches. Everything, including Arduino Nano, sensors, clock module, and wiring, is neatly fitted onto a perf board and tucked inside a modified water bottle, keeping the setup discreet and harder to steal. It took him around 2 months to complete this project, but the end result was well worth it. Number 8. This project is a smart water quality monitoring system designed to catch early signs of underwater pollution by spotting air bubbles and analyzing chemical test results. To simulate polluted water conditions, Akhtar set up a planted freshwater aquarium and connected the system to it. The air bubble detection unit uses a Nano ESP32 with an ultrasonic sensor, an accelerometer, and a small display. It collects scanned data, runs a trained model to detect harmful air bubbles in real time, and sends the results to a web server. For chemical testing, he used a single-board computer with a webcam and touchscreen that checks water test strips and sorts them into pollution levels. Both boards are linked to a custom web app and send updates through a Telegram bot. To bring everything together, a custom squid-themed PCB and a 3D printed mount were added to the aquarium. Before we move on to our next project, a word from our sponsor. Altium Designer lets you easily move from drawing your circuit to simulating its behavior, and then straight into PCB layout, all without needing multiple programs. On top of that, Altium 365 takes your work online. It allows you to view, edit, and share your designs from anywhere. You can even invite team members or manufacturers to review your projects directly through a web browser. They can leave comments, suggest changes, and double-check important details like component placement or spacing without needing the full software installed. This makes working with teams or preparing for production much easier and helps you catch mistakes before they become expensive problems. And the best part, you can get a 25% discount if you register using the special link we've added in the description. Give it a try. It might just be the upgrade your workflow needs. Number 7. Max designed and built an RC drift car entirely from scratch. This was one of those projects that take real patience, as it involved putting together many small and delicate parts. He started by designing the car in Fusion 360. Every piece, from the smooth outer shell to the internal frame, was modeled to fit together like a puzzle. Once the parts were printed, he moved on to assembly. The car features four-wheel drive for better grip, rear wheels loose enough to slide, and a wide stance for that classic drift look. Each step was carefully done, but this car wasn't just about appearance. It produced real smoke. A small system at the back released clouds as the wheels spun, making each drift feel like a scene from a movie. Underneath, glowing lights added an extra touch, and everything was controlled by an Arduino. It wasn't all smooth, though. Making the car drift without flipping, keeping the smoke system from overheating, and fitting all the wires inside the compact body. Each part came with its own challenge. But when it finally hit the floor and slid sideways with smoke in the air, it all paid off. Number 6. Jay wanted a scoreboard for his cardboard-made video game. One without lights or screens. After trying too many complicated ideas, he finally went with a split-flap display, like the ones used in old train stations. It runs on a stepper motor and flips through printed flaps to show different characters. The display has 8 modules, and each one holds 16 characters, just enough for numbers and a few fun or mocking messages when you lose. It might look simple, but building it was far from easy. The flaps had to be extremely thin to fit inside a compact drum, so he chose multicolored 3D printing instead of stacking acrylic sheets. For better speed and strength, he used a high-speed motor and connected it to the drum using a belt drive. Once finished, the scoreboard was fully in sync with the game. It tracks your score, speeds up as you get better, and even throws in a few taunts when you mess up. Number 5. This project is a fully 3D printed robotic arm. What makes it stand out is a custom control panel made with processing. It lets you move each joint in real time, save motion sequences, replay them on loop, and even import or export saved positions. The arm was built in sections with servos placed in the base, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and claw. One of the trickiest parts was keeping all the servos set to their middle 90-degree position during assembly to avoid alignment problems later on. Wires were neatly managed by running them through built-in channels inside the arm. A separate 5-volt, 3 amps power supply was used to run the servos, while the Arduino handled commands sent from the control panel to move each joint. The interface also includes helpful features like speed adjustment for playback and a reset button to clear all saved movements. Number 4. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary cyberdeck, but it actually hides a surprising feature: a built-in FM jammer powered by Arduino. Bijan designed a neon green retro-style case and installed an old Lenovo motherboard with an Intel i7 and an SSD. But the real twist sits behind the front panel, a custom circuit that jams FM signals. The jammer uses a simple transistor-based setup to create interference in the FM band. It's controlled by an Arduino Nano, which sets the frequency and turns the jammer on or off with a switch. To keep things interactive, he added a physical antenna and a toggle switch on the case. Flip it, and nearby FM stations disappear. He also added a 5-inch LCD screen styled like a vintage CRT, along with a split mechanical keyboard built directly into the case for a full hacker vibe. Number 3. Tired of getting up to open the blinds? DIY Builder came up with a smart solution: a fully voice-controlled window blind system that works completely offline. No Wi-Fi, no cloud. Just local voice recognition using the VC02 module. The module connects to an Arduino Nano and supports 121 built-in commands along with 17 custom ones. It can even be trained to recognize unique sounds like a cat's meow. To move the blinds, the system uses a NEMA 17 stepper motor with an A4988 driver. A custom PCB and a 3D printed case were designed to give the project a clean, finished look. Once set up, the system responds instantly to commands like, "Hey Panda, open the window blinds." It can even open them halfway if you want more control. Would you automate your blinds like this, or take it a step further? Number 2. This jumping robot was built by Jacob. At first, he designed a mechanism using 2 springs to make it jump. He used a small DC motor and a 3D printed gearbox, but it wasn't strong or fast enough to lift the robot properly. To improve it, he swapped in stronger airsoft springs and replaced the motor with a modified servo that had more torque. He also added aluminum pipes to make the frame sturdier. The jumping mechanism was redesigned to handle the new springs, and the gearbox was updated to speed up the compression. After putting everything together, he tested it, but the jump height still wasn't quite right. So he added a drive system with small motors that increased the blast range and flexible wheels to soften the landing. Finally, he installed the electronics. An Arduino, a motor driver, and a battery, all neatly packed into the robot's frame. This time, the robot jumped and landed much better than before. Number 1. Morse code may seem old school, but it's still a crucial language for radio operators and communication fans. With this project, you will learn how to automatically decode Morse code. Using an Arduino Nano, this DIY Morse code decoder translates dots and dashes into readable text on a small LCD display. It can decode up to 60 words per minute, making it great for live use or Morse training. The circuit is surprisingly simple, just a few capacitors, a resistor, and a diode, all mounted on a small PCB. The device picks up audio from a radio receiver or a simulated continuous wave signal with a minimum input of 1 volt peak to peak. You can also attach a telegraph key or a basic switch to use it as a Morse code trainer. It's accurate, responsive, and easy to use, even for beginners. If you've made it till here, then drop a like and subscribe to our channel to keep supporting us. Comment the project that you loved the most. We will be back with some great ideas soon. Till then, goodbye.